So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We're going to speak about another day of drama in the transfer window before it slams shut on Tuesday. That's how we're dealing. We're swooping. Everyone's getting axed. Oh, you got to love the transfer window. Big up to everybody inside, man. Over it's actually over 500 in here already. Come on, that was super rapid, eh? Big up to all of you lot. And make sure you are firing the like button. I bet we ain't got 500 likes, that's for sure. So make sure you are. We're on 67. That is abysmal. That is shocking. That is as bad as Sambi Lakonga, Rob Holding, and Fabio Vieira's performances last night. Hit the likes up. Get it to 200 real quick while there's 550 in there. Big up to everybody watching on Facebook. I will have a transfer video out in the morning. We're going to talk about Bukayo Saka and Martinelli. Obviously, he signed a new deal. I haven't done a video on that. So we're going to go through that, talk about Saka, Saliba's contracts as well. So keep your eyes peeled for that at 8 a.m. And then I'll be back again at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And then obviously the podcast will be at 5 o'clock in the evening, on with Henry tomorrow. So you're not going to be sick and tired of seeing me. But we've got to put the work rate in. That's what you have to do these days. Big up to everyone here. Let me just pour my Coca-Cola. As you can see, there is no rum in that. It's an empty glass. Just in case you little fuckers want to start sitting there going, oh, yes, he's definitely got vodka in there. I poured it in here instead. No, it's actually just Coca-Cola. That is it. I haven't had a glass of Coca-Cola for a while, so I fancied a little bit today. And probably shouldn't, because it probably rots your guts. But there you go. It is what it is. Cheers, guys. Happy Saturday. For some reason, I keep thinking it's Sunday today. Maybe that's because we played yesterday. I've just realised my mic ain't on either. So I'm using them. Let me change my mic so the audio is a bit better. There we go. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Bosh, we're in. Fire intro. Thank you very much, Unique. Big up to everyone inside. But obviously, Arsenal went crashing out of the FA Cup yesterday. Top Gooners and super fans around the world, don't matter. It don't matter. I've never seen a fan base, before we get into talking about Caicedo, I want to talk about this. Never seen a fan base so ecstatic to be knocked out of a footballing club competition. I've actually never seen so many people justify and accept and be happy to. I don't matter. Got bigger fish to fry, mate. Don't matter, mate. Don't matter, mate. Yeah, we don't need the extra games. We ain't got the squad for these competitions. Well, on that basis, then I fully expect us to get battered in the Europa League, get knocked out, and then just win the league. That's what I'm feeling right now. If I go through some of the comments on my fan cams last night, it is actually embarrassing. Some of the comments, some that you ain't even seen if they're held for review, and it's just full of the dregs of society chatting crap. Well, I'll tell you why it did matter. Because nearly 8,000 of our fans travelled up to Manchester yesterday. So they thought it mattered because they couldn't get back because of the time of the kickoff. So yeah, the 8,000 nearly, 7,800 I think it was, that went to Manchester would have had half a day off work, maybe a full day off work. They would have travelled up by train or by car. So there's fuel or train ticket. They would have had to have stayed in the hotel unless they were travelling back by car. So that's now more dough. Then the cost of the ticket, then your food, then your drinks, whether it's soft drinks, alcoholic drinks, whatever. Probably the best part of about 200 quid. And it mattered to 7,800. So when these people want to sit on here on the internet saying, yeah, don't matter, mate. Well, try telling that to the 7,800 that took a day off work to go and watch it. Crazy, isn't it? 3 1-0 losses, 3 consecutive years in a row in that competition. And for all the people that want to dismiss that competition, I hope for your sake we do win something this season. Otherwise, you're going to look even more stupid come May. So it is what it is. We've got bigger fish to fry, says the football club that has won 4 trophies in 16 years. What are these bigger fish? Anyway, let's talk about a better footballer than Sambi Lakonga. Big up to Daniel Mudrick. Madness. What a name. Go on, my friend. Big up for the membership settings, baby. Appreciate it. But let's talk about this Caicedo. What do we know? What do we know? I hear you cry. We know that we had a £60 million bid rejected. We know that after the game yesterday, a statement went out. I'll take it everyone has seen it, but if not, I'll read it out. So if you have heard it, then it is what it is. For all the ones that haven't, he posted on his Instagram yesterday, I am grateful to Mr. Bloom and Brighton for giving me the chance to come to the Premier League and I feel I have always done the best for them. I always play football with a smile and with my heart. I am the youngest of 10 siblings from poor upbringings in Santo Domingo in Ecuador. My dream is always to be the most decorated player in the history of Ecuador. I am proud to be able to bring such a record transfer fee for Brighton that would allow them to reinvest and help in the club continue to be successful. The fans have taken me into their hearts, and I would always be in my heart. So I hope they can understand that I want to take up this magnificent opportunity. Well, we all know that wasn't him that posted that. It was his agent. I've seen people doing the rounds today saying, yeah, but, it looks like this is the agents agitating the move. Well, hang on a minute. Who employed the agents? This smacks of the agent. Well, he's doing his job. Well, what is the matter with these people? The agent is doing his job. He is doing his job. He employed the agent. He sacked his other agent and employed 2 different agencies the other day on the premise that he gets him a move because the other guy probably weren't any good. So he got rid of that one, employed 2 more. They've put a nice little statement out last night, which I totally get. I totally get why he's done that. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity for him. If he doesn't get his move, he's most likely going to stay at Brighton and probably stink the place out. And he's never going to get that move or that chance for a move again, maybe. That's probably what he's thinking in his head. There could be a scenario where he stays there, has a shit end of the season, and then nobody comes in for him. Brighton are obviously trying to play hardball, and rightly so. It's their footballer. He's contracted to them. He signed a contract until whenever it was on $3,500 a week. He's going to get a hell of a lot more than $3,500 a week if he moves to Arsenal or Chelsea. So for me personally, big up Chelsea OG, man. Me personally, I think that Brighton are well within their rights to sit and haggle for a figure and say, no, we want X amount, we want that amount. He signed a contract. He's their player. I don't know why people get so upset. Free Caicedo. Yeah, like Brighton are sitting there listening to you. Like, come on. Just let him leave. You were doing that with Samba Lokonga, some of these people, telling us he was going to be a hybrid of Vieira and Diaby. Yeah, now everyone was saying yesterday, get rid of him. Funny how the world works, isn't it? Anyway, our bid got rejected. Brighton have said that they want a hell of a lot more money than we've offered. We offered 60 million. Chelsea had a 55 million verbal bid rejected, but their 55 apparently was over installments. Ours was a guaranteed, bosh, there's 60. They're looking to get more up to 80 apparently. Depends which reports you read. Some I've seen said 100, some have said 90, some have said 80, some have said 70. The fact and reality is they're not going to say yes, he can leave. They're not going to do that because if they say yes, if they just go and tell the media, yes, he can leave, then they're not going to be able to get the best price for him. So I don't understand why people don't get that. We see when Cucurella went to Chelsea, they never let him train. They said, "Stay, go home. We don't want you here. Stay at home, go home. Bye-bye. You're not going anywhere. You're not for sale." And then obviously he went for a record fee for a sale out of their football club. They're doing exactly the same. Listen, Brighton are probably one of the smartest run businesses, because it is a business off the field, a smartest run business in the Premier League. Now, the amount of money they're going to make on this lad, if they sell him to us for let's say they sold him for 65, they've made 60 million profit in 2 years. Now add in the fact that they sold Cucurella for 40 million profit. They sold Ben White for however much profit that was. Now, the list goes on and on and on. It's ridiculous how much money that club have made off of players. But that tells you that they're very, very well run. And they've got a very good scouting network, or had a very good scouting network, because I think most of them have gone to Chelsea and Newcastle now. But it is what it is. We're going to go back in with a second bid. Apparently that second bid's going to be around 65, 70 million quid. Do I think that's enough to get him? Probably not. I think if we went to about 75, we could get him. But we definitely do need a midfielder. Thomas Partey obviously went off with precaution yesterday. He's had an MRI scan, and apparently he's going to be fit for the Everton game. But when he goes off the pitch, we look a completely different football team. And the mad thing about it is the drop-off from him to everyone else in that position at our football club is light and day. It is mad. Night and day. Yeah, it is actually mad. Samba Lokonga ain't good enough. El Neni ain't good enough. Yeah, Other than that, what have we got? We ain't got nothing else. Like, he can also play he could probably play the Xhaka or Party role because he's so technically good. Yeah, he's very good at ball recoveries. Yeah, and his passing is pretty decent. It's gone up levels there in the last 6 months for sure, since this season started. So I don't see why we shouldn't be looking at him. No player, in my opinion, that has had 2 years in Premier League football. In fact, he's only really had 9 months. Is worth 75 million. I don't care how good they are, but it ain't my money, so I couldn't care less. We should be actively doing what we're doing, going out and actively trying to get the best players in that we can get. And if Chelsea wanted him, says Daniel, they would get him. Well, this is the thing. Chelsea are apparently sitting there just waiting and seeing if we're going back in with another bid. So do not be surprised one bit if Chelsea just go and go, bang, there's the money. But apparently Brighton want most of it up front. And Chelsea haven't got it, apparently. I don't know where that story's come from, but it's doing the rounds. Chelsea are not prepared to give the money up front. They want to do it over installments, etc., etc. So I don't really know, if I'm honest. One thing I do know is we have got, 3 days left of this window. We need a midfielder, and we need a midfielder rapid. So hopefully we do get it done. It's a player that I like. I think it's a player that the club like, and we know we've got the money. It's just a case of how we battle it out with Brighton now, because Brighton ain't going to give them up for peanuts. Yeah, and people say 60 is too much. Yeah, it might be too much, but it ain't your money. Don't worry about whether it's too much. We've got the money. Does he improve our squad? Yes. So we've got the money. He improves our squad. Has he got versatility? Because obviously that has to be a box that's ticked these days. So yes, he has, because he can play Xhaka's position or he can play Partey's position. Yeah. Does it give us extra squad depth? Yes. So that's now 4 boxes ticked. Is he young enough? Project Youth? Yes, he's 21. So that's 5 boxes ticked. Is he going to get better working with better players? Well, you'd like to think so. So that's another box potentially ticked. Is he going to get better with a better manager? Who knows? Maybe he will. So that's another box ticked. So I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be buying him. I genuinely don't. I don't see what the bad sides of this deal are if we go and get him. People will always raise an eyebrow over the price. But I don't get it. Oh, you spent 100 million on this. Well, it ain't your money, so why are you crying about it? Like, it doesn't matter, does it? But there we go. It is what it is. And hopefully by deadline day, he is an Arsenal player. I would not be surprised one bit, though, if he ends up at Chelsea. I've seen today pictures of him back in the day as a kid wearing an Arsenal shirt. I've also seen a picture of him back in the day as a kid wearing a Chelsea shirt. So... listen, at the end of the day, he's come from a very poor country. He's one of 10 children. He secures his whole family's future if he gets a move, whether that be to Arsenal or Chelsea. If Brentford, Leicester, or Fulham, any of them lot come in for him and said, yeah, we'll give you 80 million, do you think he ain't going to any of them? Because if Brighton accept the bid and only one club have a bid accepted, he's going there. We had this with Mudryk, so let's not kid ourselves. If we don't match the money they want, we ain't getting him. Or if we don't come very close to the money and get a bid accepted, we ain't getting him. So Edu better be watching this. Edu better be out there actively trying to sign him. Yeah, he's obviously put a statement out via his agency. So he wants to leave. Can it be repaired if he doesn't get his move? Will the fans accept him back? Will he still have the same level of performances? Will he ever get the chance to move again to a club like either of them two? So I don't know. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, he's probably thinking, to go and earn millions of pounds kicking a football around when he's on 3,400 quid a week down at Brighton. What would you do? You're 21 years old. You've got an opportunity. I will come back to the super chats in a minute, people. You're 21 years old. You're on 3.5 grand a week, and you have an opportunity to go and play for one of Arsenal or Chelsea, who are 2 of the biggest clubs in the planet. And you're going to absolutely get loads of money drop in your bank account every single week, a month for the next 4, 5, 6.5 years, whatever it may be. By that time, you may have even signed a new contract on even more money if your performances have been better. So why would you say, nah, actually, don't think I'd do that, mate? You wouldn't, would you? Especially at that age as well, and especially from the background he's had and where he's coming from, what country he's come from, etc. Like, I don't really understand why he would want to stay at Brighton. I don't really get it. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's go to these super chats. Do smash the like button. 1,200 of you in here, including Facebook. So big up everyone watching on Facebook. And make sure you share the content around. Appreciate it. But Tommy says, top Gooners backing up Arteta's lineup. Mate, do you know what? Talking of that game, mate, we had 2 shots on target in the whole game. One of them was Tomiyasu, and I think the other one was Trossard, I think. I may be wrong, but I think it was Trossard. And I've seen loads of people today saying, oh, we were the better team. We had 2 shots on target. Man City had 3. It weren't a great game. It was not a good game to watch. Both teams were poor. They were in second gear. We didn't look like we wanted it either. And it was just a case of let's not get battered. And I've seen people like fan cams and all of that. Like, I don't watch them, but I've seen the titles. City will be scared of that. I don't think they will, mate. Yeah, City will not be scared of that one little bit. They'll be sitting there thinking, great. Yeah, we beat them and we weren't even out of second gear. And people will say, yeah, but we changed 5-6 players. And we still had 4 of our 6 midfielders and attackers on the pitch. And if you include Trossard, it was actually 5 because he could potentially be a first-team player because he is that good. So 5 out of our 6, the only difference was Odegaard weren't playing and Vieira was. Yeah, and then the back line was the back line. Rob Holding ain't good enough. We've been saying that for time. Tomiyasu was dancing with Jack Grealish doing the 1-2 step in the box. What are you doing? That defending was abysmal. Sambi Lokonga's stand there not sniffing danger. Saliba, what was he doing? That was the weakest attempt at a block I've ever seen. And Saka was just watching Tomiyasu and Jack Grealish doing the salsa. It was a calamitous goal to concede. But if anyone thinks that was a great performance and we deserve something out of that game in terms of a replay or a win, I don't know what you're smoking. I can't lie. And people are going, just write it off. It don't matter. It don't matter, mate. It don't matter. We got bigger fish to fry. That's all I keep hearing. Like all my fan cam comments that are held for review, are just full of idiots. And do you know why I call them out? Because if we had beaten them last night, oh, that's it. We're going to go and do the double. Yeah, F-Man City. It's 5-year-old behaviour. Yeah, it don't matter that we lost because we lost. But if we'd beaten them, it would have mattered, wouldn't it? Like, come on. Like, and the thing is, the reason people don't like my opinion or Kenny and Jez's opinions, like with the titles last night, is, oh, we lose one game, you're all in meltdown. We ain't in meltdown. We ain't in meltdown. The very same cup competition that he won with a worse team, a very same competition that he won, is the reason you lot have been making excuses for him for 3 years for not getting in the top 4. And that gave him credit in the bank. But now it don't matter that we've got knocked out of it because we've got bigger fish to fry this season. Well, what are these fish? Because I heard this a lot last season. Yeah, it don't matter that we lost to Nottingham Forest, lads. It don't matter because we've got bigger fish to fry and getting in the top 4. Well, that went well, didn't it? If we end up not winning anything this season and say Manchester United win the League Cup and don't get top 4, they've had a better season. Why? Because they won a trophy. If Newcastle win the League Cup or Southampton win the League Cup, they've had a better season. They won a trophy. If we don't win anything this season, that is not a victory. Yeah, these people love to take moral victories. And the reason they try to dismiss me, Kenny, Jez, is because we actively call out their BS. Yeah, so the easiest way to do it is dismiss what we're saying. We don't claim you. I don't want to be claimed. I'm not looking to be claimed. And somebody say, you try and speak for 98% of the fan base. I don't. I've got my own opinion. I'll speak for myself. That's it. Like, I put my thoughts out there. Yeah, like there was nearly 8,000 people that gave a shit yesterday, hence why they all travelled to Manchester to watch the game. But what do I know? Mad, isn't it? I would rather Declan Rice, to be honest. To be honest, I like Declan Rice, but I think Caicedo's got more about him. He's more mobile for sure, and he's definitely got more agility. So passing's about the same. Interceptions are about the same. Me and Terry went through this the other day, like with the ball recoveries, interceptions, etc. Passing, they're all pretty much the same. Big up for that though, mate. Big up Demetrius as well. That sure looks like a Guinness instead of a Coca-Cola in that class. I don't like Guinness, so no, it's definitely only Coca-Cola, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're good, mate. Morning, Lee. Why do our fans worry about upsetting the first 11 starters with adding quality in depth, but then complain we can't compete on all fronts? Because factual Gouda, my friend, most of these people have to have an excuse. I've seen Lee Dixon getting loads of abuse. I don't even know what he said. The amount of people slagging off Lee Dixon today. I don't know what he said, but he's obviously rattled top gooners. They always have to have an excuse. Like, you know, if Arsenal won last night, it would have been the greatest victory ever because we beat Man City. Mikel's proven he can beat Pep. Wait till next month. We're going to smash them in the league. Blah, blah, blah. They would have had their chests out. But because we lost, don't matter, mate. We got bigger fish to fry. We're going to go for... If somebody told you at the start of the season you could have the FA Cup or the Premier League, what would you have picked? Well, I would have picked the league. Of course I would. But I would have liked the FA Cup as well. But if I had to pick one, I would have picked the league. Well, now go and win it then. Because if you don't win it, is anyone coming back to that game yesterday and saying, actually, I'm going to hold you accountable now? They're not, are they? That'd just be pick up the rug, sweep it all underneath the rug again, and don't worry about it. Yeah, when people are saying we haven't got enough squad depth to fight on all these fronts, well, why were you all handing out 8 out of 10 transfer windows in the summer then? It makes no sense. Literally. I was sitting there saying it was a 4 out of 10 summer window, and I was getting told I was negative. I said we needed another centre back, we needed another DM or CM, we needed a winger, and we needed a striker as well, on top of what we already got in the summer. And now we've got a centre back, we've brought a winger in, we still need a midfielder, and we still need another striker. And we might get the midfielder, so we would just need another striker. So that is what should have been done in the summer. But what do I know? What do I know, mate? We can't compete on all fronts with that squad. Well, who built the squad? How long has it taken to build? How much money has it cost to build it? How comes Man United can compete on multiple fronts? Because even though they're not going for a league title, yeah, they've just won again tonight. They're through to the next round of the FA Cup. They're in the League Cup final pretty much because Forest ain't doing them at Old Trafford 4-0. So they're going to be in a League Cup final. They're still in the Europa League, albeit they've got Barcelona next week, I think, or the week after. But they're still in it. And they're in the League Cup final, 1.5 feet in the League Cup final. They're currently in the top 4, and they've just got through to the 5th round of the Cup. So how can they do it? Because their squad ain't that great. Let's be real with it. Let's be real. Wan-Bissaka, yeah, transformed under that manager. Luke Shaw transformed under that manager. Casemiro, top player, scored twice again tonight. Top baller. 60 mil, everyone was laughing at it. Well, it don't look so stupid now when we're bidding 60 for Caicedo, does it? But again, football fans, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, it's literally like dealing with 5-year-olds. Yeah, and then when people want to dismiss me, we have to dismiss him. We have to put his name through the gutter. He's a flip-flop. He's a rat. He's in the mud. They have to do that. And the reason they do that is because I call out their BS. Yeah, that FA Cup, they were jumping for joy when Arteta won it. It was the greatest FA Cup victory ever to have been witnessed in the history of the FA Cup. But now fast forward 3 years later, when we've lost 1-0 to Southampton 2 years ago, got knocked out in the 3rd round. Last year, got knocked out 1-0 to Nottingham Forest in the 3rd round. Now, this year, got past Oxford, but not a great performance in that, by the way. And then got knocked out 1-0 to Manchester City in the 4th round. So now it's, don't matter about the FA Cup, mate. Bigger fish to fry. Well, we ain't got bigger fish to fry yet, have we? Because at the start of the season, people were saying the aim, and 4 of our first-team squad were saying this, Smith Rowe, Ramsdale, Xhaka, and Odegaard openly came out in pre-season on 4 different separate interviews and said the aim this season is top 4 in Europa League. And that was the narrative that the whole fan base went with. So we're trying to get top 4 and win the Europa League. So if we don't win the Europa League, but we get top 4, is that seen as failure then? Is that seen as failure? What do I know? I'm not allowed to ask these questions because it's toxic and negative. You on late one tonight, Potter. Arteta prick settings back again. Mr. Bees, I'm on late because obviously Man United were playing. And there's no point in me doing shows while football's on, especially when the bigger teams are playing, because nobody's going to watch them. So that's why it's so late. But yeah, I hope you're good, man. And yeah, yesterday he wound me up. His arrogance was disgusting. To go to the Etihad with a weakened team, and people are giving it a moral victory because we only lost 1-0. Did we win? No. So you're out the cup? Yes. How is that a win? How is that a moral win? How is that a moral victory? We're out the FA Cup for 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row by the 4th round. Crazy. Actually crazy. Big up Joanne. My friend went to Manchester yesterday, got home this morning at 5:20 a.m. There you go. There you go. Probably about 200 quid lighter as well. But it's mad. You tried to speak for 90% of the fan base on your channel, but your channel name is Lee Gunner, not Arsenal. Exactly, bro. It's mad, isn't it? These people always need a villain. Yesterday it was me and Lee Dixon. What has Lee Dixon done? Can somebody tell me what Lee Dixon did? Because I've seen so many people fuming about Lee Dixon. I don't really understand what he did. Yeah, bro, this is the thing. Most of the people that chat shit in my comment section watch that channel. Yeah, and they think that is the voice of the fans. It ain't. It's the voice of a few paid actors that chat shit. It's all right. Man City will be worried about that. Pep was probably wetting himself, thinking, well, that was easy. We didn't even play great and we still beat them. Mad, isn't it? Our fans have been saying it was a good performance yesterday. Really? The standards on the floor, mate. They really are. But listen, if we do sign Caicedo and get him in by the end of the transfer window, it don't really matter because I've said after the Man United game, I do think we will win the league. I genuinely think we've got a chance to go and do that. Whether we do it or not, it's down to the players and Arteta now. So I don't really know what people are watching and what they're going on. Like, we have a squad of first 11 decent, very decent, hence why we're top. And then the bench, we've got Tierney, who, listen, let's be real, he should probably leave. I love him to bits. He's my favourite player at the club. But under this manager in that system, he don't fit. So can we rely on him to look amazing every time he plays when it's literally once every 6 weeks? No, probably not. Sambi Lokonga, not good enough. Rob Holding's not been good enough for years, but he's still here because he's a cheerleader. Yes, Mikel, no, Mikel, 3 bags full. Would you like a coffee, Mikel? Like one of them ones. He ain't good enough. Tomiyasu, everyone keeps raving about how great Tomiyasu is. Well, I don't really see it, if I'm honest. Yeah, what was he doing with Grealish yesterday? He was trying to salsa dance with him. What was that? That was embarrassing defending. Embarrassing. But he wins headers, so it don't matter because that's the standards. It don't matter. He wins headers. Well, he's 6'3". I expect him to win headers. But anyway, Fabio Vieira, what does that guy do? Don't really see it. I didn't see it. Then we've got Cedric, who's still here. Smith Rowe's always injured. El Nenny's injured now. I mean, the bench ain't great, is it? So we've done very well to get to the top of the table after having that bench. But at the same time, when we have got 1 game a week from now until March, there was no reason not to play your starting 11 last night. And the amount of divs that come in my comments and said, oh, yeah, but if you'd played the best 11 and got some injuries, yeah, you'd all be moaning. Well, if we got through to the next round of the Cup, I wouldn't be, mate. I've seen us win that FA Cup 9 times in my life. 9. I've seen us lose some finals as well, by the way. 9 times I've seen Arsenal win the FA Cup. Mad. It is mad. What was Lee Dixon saying? What did he say? Lee Dixon was speaking the truth. What did he say? Tell me. I still don't know what he said. Thomas Partey's fine for everybody who's joining. He had an MRI scan apparently, and apparently he should be fine for Saturday against Everton, which again is 7 days away. No excuse not to have played our best 11 last night. We had a game on Sunday. That game's finished on Sunday evening. Yeah, they probably had Monday off. And then they've had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday game. So they had 4 days. And everyone's moaning about it. Well, hold on. We're going to be playing in the Europa League, which at the start of the season, most of our fans were saying Europa League and top 4. Well, it doesn't matter whether you're battling for top 4 or whether you're battling for the title, really, in terms of where your games are coming in. Obviously, there's massive level between winning and competing for a title and not competing and going for top 4. I get that. Yeah, and that's not the aim. That's the aim. My point is, you're still playing the games on a Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Thursday. So the excuse of our squad is not big enough to compete is just absolute garbage, because everyone's thinking our squad is good enough to compete for the Europa League and the top 4. Well, you're still playing on a Thursday and a Sunday. So what's the difference in playing 1 game a week now with the squad? Oh, but then it means you get extra games later down the road. Well, when's the next round of the FA Cup? Does anyone know? I don't know when the next round of the FA Cup is. It'll probably be next month, February, yeah? Let's have a look. FA Cup fixtures. Let's have a little look. Doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me. If anyone knows when the next round is, but I'd imagine it'll be around 3 weeks from now. Maybe about 4 weeks, whatever. End of February, maybe. So everyone's telling me that we can't compete for the FA Cup and we shouldn't be putting our first 11 out. But then when we're going to play in the Premier League and then we've got Europa League, which apparently was the priority, according to everyone, what are we going to do then? Just go and throw that in the bin as well? So then what if we throw that in the bin? Now it's just this and then we don't win this, then what? Done all that for nothing. And at the start of the season, everyone's aim was top 4 and Europa League. Yeah, I'm not letting anyone forget that either. Yeah, the aim this season is top 4 and Europa League. That was the aim at the start of the season. Everyone was vocal about it. 4 of our first team squad were vocal about it. That was the aim. But as soon as Edu came out and said we should be going for the title, that's the standard I'm holding him to. That's the standard we should be having anyway. That's the standard this lot behind me had. They all had this standard. We're winning the league this year. We're going for it. So if we don't win anything this season and we just get in the top 4, then he's not done the target that everyone was saying at the start of the season was the target. Crazy, isn't it? I want to know what Lee Dixon said, because he has rattled so many people. I'm here for it. I love it. Yeah, I'm good, people. I'm good. Big up Oliver, man. I'm very well. We got our Arsenal back, yeah. But I've never seen so many fans be so excited we got knocked out of a cup. If we win the league, I'll fly to Colney from South Africa. Big up to you, Tobago, man. Bro, it's crazy. I've never seen so many fans. See, look, this is the kind of shit that people come up with, yeah? You are still moaning and we are top of the table. Clown. Go and ask Real Madrid fans why they were booing, jeering, whistling, and throwing lighters, coins, and everything when Sheriff scored a winner at the Bernabeu in stoppage time in the Champions League, which they eventually ended up winning when they were sat 10 wins out of 10 at the top of the table in La Liga, and they had set a record in that league for the most goals scored in 10 games at the start of a season. Why were Real Madrid fans jeering, booing, screaming, shouting at the players, telling Ancelotti his shit and all of this, and throwing lighters and coins? Why were they doing that then? Because they were top of the league, mate. So why were they doing that? Because the standards shouldn't drop. You shouldn't be losing to Sheriff. We shouldn't be putting a reserve team out against Man City in the cup competition that we've won more than anyone, when we've got a game 8 days later. It's not like we've got a game on Tuesday or Wednesday. We've got a game 8 days later against a team at 19th. Yeah, so yeah, I will moan. Yeah, you come back to me at the end of the season, my friend, if we don't win anything. Because I guarantee your aim at the start of the season was top 4 because you're a loser. But it is what it is. I've kind of got used to this fan base becoming the loser base. We've had this club absolutely decimated and infested with cucarachas since 2004, mate. So it's no coincidence that the demise of this football club has been ongoing since 2004. Perfect reply, Aaron. Perfect reply. Real Madrid is 20 times bigger and better than Arsenal. You're spot on, mate. Absolutely spot on. Which is why we smashed the stadium down to go and compete with them. Cheers, buddy. And since then, we've got worse because of fans like you, my friend. 27th of February is the 5th round. So we would have, excuse me, an extra game in 1 month's time. Yay. So let's have a look at our Premier League fixtures around then. Let's have a little look. Smash the like button up, people. There's loads of you in here, 1,300 in there in the building. I only get views when we lose, so you might as well make the most of it. We don't lose often anymore, do we? Arsenal fixtures. Let's have a little look here. So 27th. So the game against Leicester City then on the 25th would probably have got moved. Probably would have got moved unless we played on the 28th potentially. The 28th. Yeah, that could potentially work. And then our next game would have been the 4th of March. So what's the issue? I don't get it. I don't understand why so many people dismiss the cup competitions. It's a disgrace. It's a shambles. It's actually not on. It's actually crazy. That comment's funny. Big up William Eustace, man. Yeah, the Arsenal fans, a lot of them online, mate. They are pretty mad. Yeah, come on, big up to Lee. That's a good name, my friend. Rob Holding is not good enough. No, he's not. He's not, mate. He's not good enough at all. But we protected his value, hence why he's still here. How much do you reckon we could get for him? I still want to know what Lee Dixon said. Let me Google it. Lee Dixon. What did he say? Because he has upset a lot of people. Let's have a look. News. Can't see anything. Somebody put a quote in from what he said, because I can't. Just tell me what he said. I can't see it. Can't see it. My friend paid 75 quid for a ticket and travel. That's without food. It's without drink. 100 quid comfortably. 100 quid comfortably. Mad, isn't it? Let's win the Prem, hopefully. And listen, if we sign Caicedo, then we've got a better chance, that's for sure. I'll never get used to him. Bro, this is the thing. Like, I see people say to me all the time, yeah, he gets, it's only rival fans that watch his show. Bro, I do not want many Arsenal fans watching this channel because I don't want to associate with you. Like, real talk. Yeah, most of the people in this chat are calm. They're cool. They're great. And I appreciate you all being here. But these idiots I see all online, or the ones that only turn up when, like, I'll give you another fucking knob. A guy called Cole Bovis. He's a top super fan. He's got about 100 and something odd thousand followers on Twitter. Watches birds, takes pictures with a digital camera of birds that fly in the sky. They're the only birds he can get anywhere near, by the way. But he takes pictures of them. That guy only ever turns up in my comment section when Arsenal lose. Yeah, having a go at me and Jez last night in the comments on our fan cams. No disrespect, mate. Was you at the game? No, you weren't. So what are you talking then? So you weren't at the game. We weren't at the game. But you deliberately logged onto YouTube after Arsenal got knocked out and went, let me go and find Lee Gunner and comment on Jez's fan cam. And then tell Jez and myself that we're fake fans. We're a disgrace. Bro, stick to taking pictures of birds, mate. Yeah, and leave Arsenal to us. Because I'll tell you something now, mate. Yeah, what we don't know between me and Jez, yeah, it's not worth knowing about Arsenal. Real talk. Over 2,000 games between us. And you want to chat crap. Yeah, maybe go to a game, come back to me, and maybe post that on your Instagram instead, mate, instead of taking pictures of fucking robins and fucking pigeons, you weirdo. But they love to shout people down. They love to dismiss what we're saying, yeah, because they know that me, Kenny, Jez, and a few others on this platform on YouTube do call out their absolute garbage takes. Like, yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter about the cup, or Man City will be worried about that last night. No, they won't. Do you think Pep's sitting there having sleepless nights because Arsenal only lost 1-0? He's sitting there laughing his bollocks off. He beat us 1-0 when they were in second gear. And we had 2 shots on target. Like, come on. One of them was in the first couple of minutes. Mad, isn't it? I don't think we actually had a shot on target in the second half. Mad, isn't it? What do I know? But this lot never learn, so they can carry on all they like. They can carry on all they like, because at the end of the day, the excuses at the end of the season, if we win nothing, are going to be hilarious. It's going to be hilarious because they'll change the narrative again. It'll be, oh, but we see that we could compete up until February or March or April or however long we compete for. Yeah, but we just fell away because of the squad depth. Go and give him another 150 million. How much more money? I've said this before. Listen, I'm enjoying what we're doing this season. I'm enjoying the fact that we're actually actively looking like a big club and acting like a big club. But I've said this since the very start of this process. Sorry, youth project. I don't know what it is. What are they going to call it next? Right? How about actually win a title? Do that this season. But if we don't, like, and I've said this from day one, when is it actually acceptable? Yeah, within the community of Arsenal fans, when is it actually seen as acceptable to demand a title challenge under this process? When's the end dates of the process? I've been saying it since day one. Nobody can tell me. And then they've got the audacity to come and chat shit to me. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, Joshua, that guy's a weirdo. Real talk. Mate, they all sit on that platform. All the weirdos in our fan base are on that platform. Mad, isn't it? Crazy, isn't it? The fact that if you're a fan and you were happy to lose the FA Cup, you're a loser, in my opinion. A big effing loser. Exactly, bro. Because I'll tell you something, yeah, they will laugh at Man United, these same people, if they lose the League Cup final. They will laugh at them. Well, did we get to the League Cup final? No. Did we bother to take the FA Cup seriously again? No. Well, Man United are in the next round. They're in the 5th round, and they've got 1.5 feet in the final of the League Cup. And they're 4th. Which this manager, well, that's Bergkamp, but this manager, that was his aim from when he got here. Get top 4. Well, he's going to do it this season. 4 seasons later, 3.5 seasons later. He's going to do it this season. Hopefully he wins the league. But if he don't, when does this process end? When is it acceptable to compete for it and say we have to compete? And if he don't, he's gone. Like, hopefully he does compete for the whole season. But at the same time, we can't be throwing cup competitions away at the expense of maybe competing. Mad. Actually mad. Bro, it don't matter what my ideal manager is, because anytime I give somebody my ideal manager, it gets dismissed in a heartbeat. Yeah? If I said Tuchel, everyone would say, no, he's fucking washed, mate. If I said Simeone, oh, no, that's negative football. Yeah, if I said Ancelotti, nah, he's too old, mate. So it don't matter what my manager is, mate. It really don't matter. It's the same as when people say, what players do you want? I say, nah, I don't want Ivan Toney at the club. Don't really matter, does it? Yeah, because they ask these questions. I know you're not doing it, but they ask these questions. And then when you give an answer, it's like the other day, Terry said to me, yeah, but what manager could have come in and done the job that Arteta's done? Well, you're telling me Ancelotti wouldn't have done? And Ancelotti was available. Tuchel was sat at home, sacked from PSG while we were 15th for 5 games in a row. Yeah, you're telling me Tuchel wouldn't have come in and got us in the top 4? Which is Arteta's aim, by the way, top 4. So you're telling me Ancelotti and Conte, it's not Conte, sorry, Tuchel, wouldn't have got us in the top 4? Unbelievable. So that's my point. That's why I don't even bother, mate. When people say, what manager do you want? Well, it don't matter because you're dismissing him anyway. Crazy, isn't it? But that is the social media fandom now, mate, that everyone has to be a top gooner, a top supporter. It's everything's negative. If you ain't on board, mate, you're not one of us. Well, I don't fucking want to be, mate. How about that? Yeah, I'm not looking to be one of you. Yeah, bro, he is one of the biggest melts, that guy, on that platform. And there is a lot of melts on that platform. Yeah, maybe you should just stick to taking pictures of birds. How about that? It's crazy. But listen, hopefully Arteta wins the title. I have said I think he will win it. So hopefully they do what's required between now and the end of this transfer window. Go and get Caicedo in, and then we hopefully end up winning it. Tony would be a great signing. Yep, it's nice that everyone's caught up though, bro. Because I've been banging that drum for, 2 years? Nah, he ain't good enough, mate. Ain't good enough, mate. Now everyone's starting to realise he is actually good enough. You're always behind, bro. It's mad, isn't it? Oh my days, this guy, bro, pagan. This is what we're dealing with. This is exactly what we're dealing with. Bro, we're dealing with that's why I just do what I do, mate. I'm just doing and saying what I'm saying because I will always just keep doing and saying what I'm saying. I don't care how many people want to fucking stab me to death, mate. Couldn't care less. None of them have done it. None of them will do it. Yeah, it's just words on the screen. It's words on the screen, bro. The fact is, these people will make an excuse for everything. 4 points clear of Tottenham with 3 games to go. It don't matter. It don't matter. We go again in the summer. We go again. Give him what he wants. Like, it's crazy, bro. Excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Now it don't matter. We've been knocked out the FA Cup, so it don't matter. It don't matter, mate. And I've said this so many times over the last 10 years that I was on Twitter, this platform, other people's channels. I've said it for time. The most easily pleased fan base in world sport, because you don't have to win anything. Don't have to win anything at all, and they'll be happy. Just laugh at Man United instead. Let's laugh at Tottenham instead. Let's laugh at Chelsea instead. How about let's look at what we're doing and why we're not being successful at the top of the table every season? How about that? But no, we can't do that. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's do another 5 minutes, then we'll wrap this up. Big up to everybody inside. Big up Jordan. Who is this guy? He's always doing videos and TikToks. Probably another weirdo that's semi got something wrong with him. That probably just wants to use my name, my video clips. There's millions of them out there, mate, because they can't talk about football themselves. They have to try and ridicule people that can talk about football, to try and dismiss them so they can fit in with the army of people that don't like the person you're dismissing, saying you get traction, because nobody gives a shit what I got to say about football anyway. So the only way they get traction is by slagging me off, yeah, for having an opinion about football. Like, Big Bengs, don't worry, man. There is a Muppet Socials coming real soon. Don't worry about that. There is a Muppet Socials coming real soon. Maybe we should do one at the end of the transfer window. It's mad, isn't it? Anyway, let's continue. Let's carry on. You said the FA Cup was tiny. Please tell me when I said that, mate, because for the whole time I've been on this platform, I've said I love the FA Cup. I grew up on the FA Cup and I want to win the FA Cup. I don't know what you're talking about, mate. But again, short attention span FC, innit? They probably heard one word and put a whole new sentence together. But anyway, we move. Big up McChronicle in the chat. What's the reason Kroenke said he didn't buy Arsenal to win trophies? Because most fans don't actually care about trophies. Exactly. That's exactly the point, bro. They all want to cry. Nobody's crying about Kroenke anymore, are they? Nobody's doing Kroenke out and all of this. Nobody's actually moaning about the owners. Why is that? The same owners that we haven't won a league title for since they got here. Nobody's crying about that. Strange, isn't it? Why? Because that don't get you traction on the internet these days. Yeah, when it's fashionable, everyone jumps on Kroenke out. If Arsenal lost the next 10 games in a row, everyone would be Kroenke out again and Arteta out again. But it is what it is. When it's fashionable, all these little chameleons, yeah, change their colours, yeah, and go with the traction. When it goes back the other way, they jump back on that side. Just let them crack on, bro. Let them crack on. The fact is, since 2004, millions and millions of cockroaches have infested this football club, lowered the standards to the point where an owner couldn't care less and the fan base couldn't care less, which is where we are. This season, we're doing great, fantastic. And then it's, you're a flip-flop. What? Because I've said for the last how many years I want to win a title. And now we're actually looking like we're trying to win a title. It's insane, isn't it, bro? Caicedo will go to Chelsea. It wouldn't surprise me. But listen, I do think we will sign him. But it wouldn't surprise me one bit if Chelsea came in on deadline day and bid 89 million or something. It's mad, isn't it? It is actually mad. Chelsea will pay 100 mil. Well, maybe. ITKs, yeah, all in the nose. Well, how comes nobody knew about Kivior signing him? How comes none of them knew Matt Ryan was signing, but I did? How did I know Matt Ryan was signing 2 days before he signed, but nobody else reported it, mentioned it, tweeted it? Unbelievable, isn't it? How big is that forehead? My forehead is massive. Oh, you meant the picture of the guy. My forehead's huge. Yeah, we don't know ball, Jez. We have no idea about football whatsoever, mate. Not like you grew up right opposite Highbury, is it, mate? Do you know what I mean? We're going to games. Your granddad was going in the Herbert Chapman era. You've been to, what, over 2,500 games. You've got no idea about football, Jez. It's mad. It's unbelievable. Can't believe you've been winging it all this time, mate. Money has ruined the game. Yeah, money, social media, Sky Sports, BT Sports, fans just that have got no connection in terms of being able to go to games. So now they sit wherever they are in England and across the globe, that are probably never get to watch Arsenal live because the amount of money it costs to travel and to get to the games. And then you've got to try and get tickets in the first place. So they feel more part of the community if they're super sickly, sweet, toxic, positive about everything. And then the club have played on them ones, not the ones that actually are match day fans that are traveling up and down the country. Yeah, and listen, every fan's fine. Every fan's great. Every fan's cool. Yeah, but it's when people want to sit there and start slagging off people that have been there, done it, lived it, worn the T-shirt, seen the victories, seen the titles, seen the cup double, seen the doubles, seen the invincibles, and they haven't. And then they want to try and mug the people off that have. I ain't having that. Yeah, it's wrong. It's out of order. Yeah, and it's like you're in the mud. You're in the mud because you want the best for the football club. The only reason these people support my football club is because of these people behind us when they went invincible. That's it. Most of these fans online supported Arsenal because of Arsene Wenger and going and getting a gold trophy. That's it. And then, funny, they don't want to win one anymore. Lee, you were funny on the watch along yesterday, saying, "Can we do these just watch and we will beat these?" Oh shit, they scored. Yeah, can't be getting gas, bro. Mad, isn't it? Mad. Yeah, how dare I be positive, bro? It's crazy. Nobody clips that though, bro. Nobody clips that. It's unbelievable. We'll pay the 80 million. Thank you for that, buddy. Appreciate it as always, man. Yeah, Chelsea probably will pay about 80 mil. If listen, whoever goes and gets a bid accepted is getting the player. It's as simple as that. I don't like these people are sitting there saying, "Oh, Brighton are not going to sell him." Bollocks. Yeah, they will sell him if the price is right, and the price ain't right at 60 mil. I loved Highbury. Yeah, Highbury was sick, bro. Highbury was sick. Yeah, you want to win too much. Exactly. They all sound like Becky B. Funny because they probably all act like him as well. Probably all dress like him. Probably all eat the same foods as him. Probably still walking around with face nappies on. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, man. Come on. You guys know. This is why this chat's elite. This is why this chat's elite. And it's funny because when I go on other people's channels, it's a totally different type of person on their chats. It's actually mad. When I go on Terry's show, totally different audience, which is cool. It's his audience. You know, when I go on Henry's show, totally different audience. When I go on Rance's show is very similar. Yeah, because people know that we know our football. Yeah, and they come and enjoy that. On some other channels, they're only there to rip the shit out of the Chelsea fan or the Spurs fan or the Liverpool fan. And it's all banter. It's like childlike behavior. Oh, playground stuff. Oh, my team's bigger than your team. My team's better than your team. Yeah, my team is top of the league. Where's your team? Like all that kind of stuff, which is for me is very, very childlike. But there we go. Maybe I'm just a miserable old man. Yeah, how many likes have we got in this video? Come on, let's go. We might as well do another 3 minutes and get it to an hour. 364 likes. Come on, keep going, people. Big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to everybody watching on playback. Big up to everybody who's stuck a like on the video. Big up to 1,200 people still watching. Big up to everyone on Facebook. Big up to everybody who wants to win too much. It's disgusting behavior, I know, but somebody's got to do it. Big up to Tommy as well. 20 years ago, Arsenal's FA Cup performance got me loving the club. Lundberg, red hair. Exactly, bro. But now we just fry them in the bin because it's small fish. We've got bigger fish to fry. Mad, isn't it? It's actually mad. And yeah, man, I remember that. Freddie Lundberg, man, what a player. What a baller. In fact, that goal against Chelsea in that final, it was John Terry that was falling over. Barged John Terry. John Terry was crawling on the floor. It was funny. Young John Terry, what a player he was as well, by the way. We have always rotated for cup games. Difference is we had quality and depth to go far and play our best 11 in the final. Caicedo is not enough. We move. Bro, we've been saying this for the longest as well. Right? We need another striker. And the thing is, people will say, yeah, but you need to change your opinion on Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah, when he gets 5 chances in the game, will score a couple of goals, like Man United. He had how many chances? 3-4 chances in that game. He missed a sitter against Tottenham. He missed 3 sitters against Tottenham. Should have had a hat-trick against Tottenham. You know, Newcastle, he missed a sitter. And then last night, he missed a good chance. And this is the thing. When he's only got one chance, one opportunity to score a goal, very rarely does he do it. When he has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chances in a game, he bags a couple of goals. Oh, you need to eat your words on Eddie. The guy's not clinical enough. Yeah, fair play. He's done all right. But going forward for the rest of the season, if we're with Eddie Nketiah up front, we ain't winning the title. We need Jesus back fit, ready to go. Or we need another striker. Yeah, he'll do a job here and there. Of course he will. Yeah, but he's got work rate. Yeah, well, so did Lacazette. And everyone wanted him signed up to a new deal. Look how that went. Yeah, he don't work here anymore. He works somewhere else. And nobody cares that he left. But at the time, because he was running around and pressing and scored a couple of goals, give him a new deal. So reactionary, man. Big up Neftali for that, though, bro. What did you cook today? I cooked a lovely cauliflower celery, cauliflower cream cheese celery soup with a bit of chicken and potato. And then I also cooked a little bit of spicy chicken with some red hot chili peppers in there, with some spicy curry paste, a little bit of caldo de pollo, which is like chicken stock, some red, green, yellow peppers. What are your favorite? What are the worst peppers, in fact? Which one out of them 3 colors is the worst pepper? I kind of like them all. What else did I put in there? A little bit of garbanzo. I haven't even, it's cooked, but I might throw a bit of shrimp in there as well. A bit of shrimp. But yeah, it's super spicy. I'm going to come off of here. It's nearly midnight, and I'm going to munch on that with a bit of rice. Cheers. Very nice. Brunch today, because I got up a little bit late. I went to bed late. Brunch today was smashed avocado with onion and tomato on toast. Lovely. Do another 20 minutes. I'll do another 5. 4. I'll do until 1 hour and 5. How about that? Where are the Javianas? Don't worry, bro. They're coming. Master Splinter up there will have Javianas on him real soon. Real soon. Big up to James on Facebook. Sign a DM like Caicedo, please. We need him. We do need him. The drop-off and party, so La Conga or El Neni is mad. It is actually mad. Eddie is a 7 out of 10 at best. We need a 9 or a 10. I agree. Totally agree, mate. Go on, Andrew. My uncle tried to get me into football with Man United. He sat me down and made me watch Arsenal versus United at Old Trafford in 07. Big mistake. Big up to you, Twinny. Come on. Mate, the old days were sick, bro. Football's dead compared to what it used to be. It's not anything like it used to be, mate. I see a goal today in that Man United game from Rashford when it was 0-0. Get ruled offside because Weghorst, I think it was Weghorst, was offside in the build-up, even though the guy that was playing the ball was playing it to Rashford. Weghorst was offside, but he was playing the ball to Rashford, who was over towards the goal. Weghorst is on the edge of nowhere near the goal post at all. And the defender kicked the ball to Weghorst. He crosses it in. I think it was him. He crosses it in. Rashford scores. But he was offside. How's he offside? The ball was going over there. And then the defender kicked it to him, and then he's crossed it in the goal. Like, how is that offside? It makes no sense. But then next week, we'll see the exact same thing, and it'll be given because he weren't interfering. Look at the Bruno one the other day. That goal got given, and he was right in, and both players were right in the eye line. Rashford and Bruno were right in the eye line of Alisson. And that's deemed as onside, cool, no drama. But then tonight, that goal gets disallowed when he was nowhere near interfering with play. Makes no sense. Make it make sense. I don't know. Salah's was given. Yeah, exactly. Salah's was given. Still miss the Highbury days. Don't we all, bro? Anyone who's been there knows how special that stadium was, man. Hey, good news today as well. Good news. Yaya Sanogo has found a football club. Yaya Sanogo signed up for a football club in Armenia. He has been without a football club for nearly 2 years. Good afternoon from Pennsylvania. Good afternoon. Good evening. The second bid for Caicedo is apparently 65, which ain't going to be enough, I don't think. So, yeah, it's crazy. Big up to this gangster on Facebook. He's still going. You've been spamming my Facebook constantly, mate. Well, when you're ready, mate. Yeah, I live in Calahonda in Spain. Just tell me when you're here. You'll have to book a flight to Malaga, which means you'll have to ask your mother for some pocket money first, mate. You absolute drip. You absolute drip. Zooming in your profile picture, mate. You're about 14. Talking. Yeah, you're about 14, mate. Yeah, I'd love to test your jaw, mate. You couldn't even say. I won't even say what I was going to say. When you're ready, mate, just let me know when you land at Malaga Airport. These people are hilarious. Test his missus. No, mate, his missus is probably about 14 as well. He's about 14, mate. I just zoomed in on his picture. About 14. These people are hilarious, man. Oh, I'm not going to sleep tonight because 14-year-old Aaron Davidson wants to test my jaw. Bro, join the queue. There's millions of people that want to smash my face in. Yeah, you're right at the back of the queue, my friend. Maybe you should stick to doing tests at school, mate. Yeah, maybe you should do that. Cheers, guys. I love rattling these people, man. Yeah, they get so rattled, yet they sit there. He must have put about 30 comments into my Facebook. Cheers. I'm monetized on Facebook as well. So all you're doing is boosting my money on Facebook. You've got to laugh in it. Words on the screen. These gangsters, man. These gangsters. These internet warriors. I'm enjoying myself. Let's carry on for another 5. Let's carry on for another 5. Who the fuck is Sonogo? Yeah, Sonogo's gone to an Armenian team, man. He's gone to Armenia. Yeah, he's double hard, mate. Yeah, double hard. Yeah, mate, these kids will all get humbled one day, mate, because they'll start chatting shit to the wrong person and they'll get properly weighed in by someone. Yeah, imagine the energy they've got now, yeah. Bro, in another couple of years when these people have got energy when they're actually adults and they're out in a pub or a club, yeah, they'll end up getting in a scrap and they'll be on a life support machine. Won't be so mouthy then, will they? Because they will upset the wrong person one day. They always do. They always do, mate. Mad, isn't it? Why are we bidding 65? Absolute waste of time. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I actually have no idea, mate, to be honest. But listen, I think if we went up to about 70, I think we'd probably get maybe 75. I think we're getting. But we'll see. We'll see. Big up Loves Music. Test Your Jaw sounds a bit fruity, mate. Well, listen, these kids these days, they are a little bit like that, aren't they, mate? Soy boys and all that. Non-binary, of course. So yeah, maybe he isn't that way inclined. Good luck to him if he is. Yeah, but he ain't doing it with me. Why is he still watching? Bro, this is what they do. Bro, I have fucking thousands of these people every month watch my channel and they don't like me. But because he's a wimp and a wussy and nobody likes him and he's a little soft ute, yeah, he ain't got a friendship group. He gets bullied at school. He's probably autistic, yeah, which ain't his fault. Or he's got ADHD, which ain't his fault. Or he's just genuinely thick. Yeah, he finds his release on the day-to-day struggles in his pathetic, sad existence by coming on the internet to abuse people that are actually strong characters because his dad probably fucked off with someone else. He probably ain't got one. And his mum's struggling to deal with his attitude, so just lets him run riot. So now he thinks he's a bad man, but he's only a bad man on the internet. Like, there's millions of these people on the planet. Yeah, most of them watch my channel, telling me they'd love to test my jaw. Good one. Thanks for watching, mate. Thanks for watching. I've had bigger and badder people tell me they're going to smash my face in than you little twerp. And I'm still waiting. But anyway, we move. We move. Unicorn settings. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. He's probably got he, him written in his fucking bio. But anyway, let's continue. I'm going to do 2 more minutes and I'm gone, people. So smash the like button. And we'll carry on. We will carry on. Maybe he could bring his flip-flops when he lands to Malaga. Yeah, come on. Big up to Matthew, man. I'm autistic. So's my nephew. My nephew's autistic as well. And I love watching your channel. Yeah, come on. You don't act like a dick in my comments, bro. So it's calm. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. The internet, eh? Your comments, this comments is funny. Your comments are hilarious. Hijack the likes, people. Hijack the likes. Yeah, he's going to come with the custom Crocs, bro. Custom Crocs. Edu would love to test your jaw for sure. No, Edu's too busy sucking his daughter's toes, mate. Another weird one. Jesus Christ. Who called? Don't worry, bro. Just some 14-year-old twerp who thinks he's hard on Facebook. Who's watched the whole show. He's sat for 1 hour and 9 minutes watching me. This is the levels we're dealing with, bro. They sit and watch the whole show and they don't like you. If somebody's watching everything you do and they don't like you, they're actually a fan. Can't big up Big Vengs, man. There's loads of people that watch this channel that are autistic, man. Like I said, my nephew's autistic. Right, my nephew was in the chat last night. Come on, loads of you. See, big up to all of you, man. Big up to all of you. But listen, when you got dickheads like that, 100%. Yeah, just a mouthy little sick, weird, twisted kid that's got nothing going on outside of his bedroom with his pot noodles and his wank sock. Unbelievable, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, come on. Everyone's obsessed with me, mate. Love me or hate me. They're still here every day. Anyway, I'm getting myself out of here. I'm going to go and eat my dinner at midnight, 2 minutes past midnight, in fact. And I'll be back again at 8 a.m. Going to talk about Saka, Martinelli. Obviously, Martinelli's just signed the new deal. And talk about Saka and Saliba. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then I'll be back at about 1 o'clock with a live stream tomorrow. Then I'm on with Henry. But I'll be doing a live stream in the evening on here as well. So, yeah, plenty more content to come. And 3 days till the transfer window slam shuts. Are we going to sign Caicedo by the end of the window? We shall find out. On that bombshell, let's get ourselves out of here. Big up to everybody in this chat. Come on, big up to Ryan, man. Wait, bro, my nephew's super clever. You know that. Every autistic kid I have met, through my friend, my daughter, obviously she's what, 12, 13? Well, she's actually, I'm not going to reveal her age anymore because too many dickheads on the internet. But she's 12 or 13, so you have a guess. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. But anyone around her age that I've been introduced to is super clever. Autistic kids at that age, mate, and my nephew's age, yeah, which is like double digits as well. So clever, man. Like, especially with maths. Yeah, maths is mad. But then you get the other side of the spectrum that are thick as pig shit. So I don't know. Maybe it is what it is. Maybe some people are just lost in life, eh? Anyway, all have a wonderful evening. I am going. And smash the like button. Share the content around. Feel free to tell me you want to test my jaw. Bit weird, that, isn't it? I'm not kind of into that sort of stuff, mate. But thanks for the invite. But I'll pass that one up from now on. Spot on with the maths. Yeah, come on, bro. Maths is the specialist subject. Super smart with maths, man. Shout out Lee, my G. Keep pissing off the top reds all day long. Listen, they don't like it because they can't shut me up, mate. They can't shut me up. How many? And the funny thing is, you're negative. You're negative. That's all I get told. You're negative. Well, maybe if you fucked off and didn't keep chatting shit in my comment section, I wouldn't keep having to be negative, would I? I'm just saying what I'm saying. You have to actively press the button to watch it. But they love to wind themselves up. Like I said, it gives them a confidence boost by slagging me off on the comments. He got his comment read out. He ain't been back since, by the way. Maybe his mum took screen time away from him. You've had enough screen time tonight, Aaron. You need to go to bed. You've got school tomorrow. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. But yes, he has gone now. Oh, that's a shame. He'll be back again tomorrow, though. So big up Hasib, man. Big up everyone in here. Big up everyone who's watched. We're out of here. Adios, amigos. Ciao. Aaron out.